There is no such thing as the friend zone. I want you to seriously think about what it means when you say that. When you say those words on a conscious or subconscious level, you are telling yourself, you're telling other people that your friendship is conditional. That you expect to get something in return for your friendship. Whether that be a romantic relationship or sex, you're still turning a relationship into a transaction. I'm only here for something. Now imagine you were only friends with somebody because you liked the video game system that they had. I remember this as a kid. So remember when you were a kid and the neighbor kid had the cool toy, you wanted to become that neighbor kid's friend. But if that is your motivation for creating a relationship later on in life, sorry to tell you, but that's not how you build relationships. That's not how you maintain friendships. So you have to get rid of that concept. Blow it away from your mind. She's your friend or she isn't. There is no zone, okay? And I grew up with that idea. I grew up like a bunch of other guys with the same fallacy, and that comes from our inexperience. We don't know how to express our emotions. We don't know how to seduce women. And that goes back to like the day we hit puberty. And I remember this, where I would ask my friends to find out if that girl liked me, because we didn't have the social skills, we didn't have the mental development to go up and ask, to make the approach, to really own the situation. And so I feel like the friend zone is an extension of that kind of thinking, where we don't really want to take the risk of really like asking a girl out or getting close to her or really finding out how she thinks about us. We just think that we'll be her friend and she'll get to us eventually. One day she'll like us. And then what ends up happening with tons of guys is that they get frustrated. They get angry because she's dating this guy and he's an asshole. He's a jerk. He's a douchebag. And she'll tell you things like, you're going to make some girl really happy someday. And it's like, oh, I wish my boyfriend was like you. Yeah, that sounds very frustrating, but she doesn't owe you anything. And if you think about what you're doing with the idea of creating a transaction where I'm your friend because I want something in return, then you're already a step behind the jerk. You're a step behind the douchebag. The difference between you and him is that she knows that he's a jerk and he's a douchebag, and he's showing that. He's being completely himself. And he took the risk, went up to her, asked her out, and that was it. You're playing the con man. You're saying, I'm trying to get in your pants, but I'm trying to do it in a secret way. And nobody likes that. Nobody wants to be tricked and manipulated. So when you do that, you're really not sending the right vibes. And I know I've had a lot of experience with this, and I don't want to discourage people from like falling in love with their friends or having crushes on their friends. I think friendship is a great catalyst toward a relationship. And I've been more than guilty in harboring romantic feelings toward my closest female friends. And it sucks. And it sucks when they don't feel the same way about you. But I know that they don't owe me that. And I can value them separately from those feelings. I can be happy for the jerk that they're dating. They're not jerks, but I can be happy when I see them dating somebody and they're dating somebody that makes them happy, because as my friend, I want to see that. I want to see my friends happy. That's what you should aim to do. That's how you are a good friend. Just don't expect anything in return of it. And they shouldn't expect you to change your feelings about them anytime soon either. I mean, they're cool people. You're going to fall in love with cool people. Don't let your ego taint your relationships. That because somebody didn't give you something or somebody isn't doing the things that you want for you, that somehow makes that person a worse person. That makes that girl a bitch or whatever kind of demeaning language you want to use. Everyone has to live their own life. Everyone is attracted to different things. But we should always be 100% honest with who we are, what our intentions are, and what we want. And if you are smart enough to realize that you want nothing other than a romantic relationship with this person, then go in, say your piece, make your move, and if you get turned down, walk away. Because if that's all they're good for, then do that. And honestly, that's what jerks and douchebags do. And they're actually more honest for doing it. And if you're a nice guy, scratch that. If you're a kind guy, that's great. Be their friend. Have the romantic feelings. But don't let your ego turn on you. Don't cheapen your relationships by turning it into prostitution. This video was kind of hard to make. There's so many things that go into this, and so many more things I can talk about. But I hope this kind of gave you some kind of insight into what it means to be a friend, what it means to have romantic feelings. And I can talk about this all day, but I want to hear from you. I want to know what you think. I want to know if there's something I left out or something I can explain a little clearer. I just wanted to get this video out there, open up the discussion, and I want you guys to take care of yourselves. Okay? I'm Juan. This is Get to Know Juan Self. Catch you next time.